This is a random thought, but I was listening to Sam's theme and I was like, damn, this is such an amazing song. Like, in gaming history, this is top tier. This is one of the best. But I've also thought to myself, this battle is ridiculously hard. I've never played Undertale, but if I were to play it, I would never do the genocide run because Sans is ridiculously hard. Then I thought to myself, you know what? This gave me a brilliant video idea. That video idea, of course, is video game characters I believe I can beat in a fight. And number one is going to Sans, of course. He's the reason why I thought of this idea in the first place. Now, Sans doesn't really have any other games that he's in. Like, he's not in Smash Bros. Well, he has a skin in Smash Bros, but it's not really him. Actually, I think it's a skin. I'm not too sure. I tried Googling it and it was like, I just got a lot of reaction videos. I never saw a lot of gameplay. But either way, it's either a skin or he's not in the game. So I can only go off of his Undertale fighting skills, and he doesn't really throw hands in that game. He does a lot of like force movements, and there's bones coming out. But that's the thing about Sans. He's used to a turn-based fighting system, and he knows of this turn-based fighting system because in the genocide run, of course, at the end, he's like, you know what, my turn, my special move, I'm just not going to attack. Now Sans, he's gonna come into this fight thinking it's going to be turn based because that's what he knows. But little does he know, in real life there's no turn based skills. It's not like you fight, you use a potion, blah blah blah. It's not none of that.
It's using your hands, using your elbows, using your feet. You know how the drill goes. But either way, Sans is not going to be expecting it. And that laser crap that he does, you just have to make sure that you get him down as soon as possible. Because if he starts summoning lasers from the sky, it's game over. If he starts doing that bone thing, maybe you could be able to survive that because it's just bones. You can probably just kick that. But yeah, Sans is like 4 foot tall or something. He's not like the tallest in Undertale.
He would be like a little kid's height. I don't know how tall he is. All I know is he's about the same height as the playable character, and the playable character is a little kid. So yeah, there's that. So Sans is basically a little person fighting me, and yeah, I think I win. Number two, any Inkling character in Splatoon, and that's the playable characters because all I know is them from Smash. I've never played Splatoon, so I'm gonna say the playable characters in Smash.
Those playable characters, they don't really like punch or kick or anything. They just shoot it from like Nerf guns or like water guns, but there's ink filled with it. Maybe the ink is like contagious, maybe it can kill you, but make sure they just don't shoot. Just once again, they're not the tallest bunch, so make sure you kick it out of their hands, you punch out their hands, or whatever. Make sure they don't turn into their squid form, and boom, they've lost. And the third one is any MC in Pokemon, and that's Pokemon games. You know, anime too, because once again, they get used to fighting with their hands. They just summon Pokemon to fight. So when this anime or game protagonist is like, I summon you, Pikachu, they're gonna be waiting for me to summon my own Pokemon. But little do they know, I'm not fighting. It's not a Pokemon fight each other. It's me versus you. So you can throw your shit down, but the Pokemon is not gonna attack me. That's against tournament rules. That's against the regulation. So while you're confused about, hey, why are you not playing your Pokemon? I'm getting my hands ready to punch you up. And you may be thinking, hey, you just chose characters which don't have fighting experience. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna be saying, yeah, I'm gonna fight Mario and he's gonna throw me to the moon or some shit. Like I said at the beginning, these are video characters I think I can beat up, and I am not gonna try and say, oh, I can beat up Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Okay, with Sora, I just realized something. He's not really good without the Keyblade, so I can actually take on Sora now. I think about it. So Sora is on the list too. So I can beat your ass as much as you're one of my favorite video game characters. You're on the list of characters I can beat up as soon as. Well, to be fair, even if he loses the Keyblade, he can just summon it back. But just make sure he doesn't get it back. Or like in Twilight Town, be like, oh, it's a struggle tournament. He probably kick my ass in like in a sword dueling contest. But say no swords allowed, and we'll see what happens to Sora. He would lose. He definitely will, because he couldn't even beat up the character in Mulan. Well, the Land of Dragon. So Sora, you're on the list. I've got it. I've got it covered. As long as he ain't summoning weapons, he is terrible. So Sora's another person I just realized that I can beat up. But back to my original point. I'm not choosing characters who are galaxy busters or universal busters or planet busters, because I ain't a planet buster. But what do you guys think? Who do you think you can take on in a video game? I listened back to what I said and I realized something. I said make sure Sora doesn't summon the Keyblade back. As that was kind of stupid of me because as soon as the guy puts his hands up and he wants to summon it, the Keyblade will come to him. So I guess the best thing to do is Sora make sure his hands are closed